So today I'm really excited. I have a brand new lens from OM System, the M.Zuiko 50-200, and what an incredible focal length for me. One of the things that I like about it, it's a 2.8 constant, and it gives me great opportunities with low light. And as you can see today, I have very overcast skies. It's really, really thick, so I'm having to really deal with some low light issues. But for me, perfect conditions for doing some landscape, some macro type work. I'm looking at the opportunities in some of the waterways that are behind me. I'm in an area where there's canals, and my hope is to try to get some reflections from the water. It's calm enough, so I think we're going to be in a position to do that. But I'm really excited to test this lens out. So I've just received this, and I think it's going to be a really wonderful piece of equipment in my arsenal of lenses, particularly knowing the type of work that I do with respect to nature, with respect to landscape. So another thing I should point out about this thing, when I received it, I thought, whoa, we're going to have some extra weight here. And I have to tell you, I'm incredibly pleased with the weight. The majority of what I'm shooting is without a tripod, but I want to be able to show you what my plans are with this. The location I'm at right now, what I want to try to do is I want to shoot a couple images right down this beautiful waterway here, and I'm going to shoot it at its widest point, which is 50 millimeter. I'm going to take it up to 200 millimeters, just so you can have the benefit of seeing what that looks like, what the focal length range is that I'm working with. And again, for the type of work that I do, I think this is going to be an ideal scenario. I'm going to try it with a couple teleconverters too, see if that helps with the situation. We'll look at the images from there. Let's take a look and see what we can come up with. I want to share a series of shots at different focal lengths, but from the same location. These images are from 50 millimeters through 400 millimeters with the teleconverters, or 100 to 800 millimeters full frame equivalent. Take a look. So the other thing I should point out is that I've been using this camera to capture some flora and a little bit of fauna along the way here, and it turns out that we're really working well because I can get so close to the image without having to disturb it. Anxious to share with you some of the images that I was able to capture with some of these just gorgeous flowers along the way here and some reeds and so forth. Just finished up shooting here today, and I am at the D&L trail at the Weisport section of this trail, and just an absolutely lovely place. And having a fantastic day shooting with this new 50-200, and it is an amazing piece of glass. So far, from what I can tell, it looks tack sharp. The ability to have the focal length from 50 up to 200, and the ability to also add the 1.4 and the 2.0 teleconverter on it just gives me an incredible range for this. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I really like the fact that the weight of this is so reasonable, and it's working out just great. So I'm anxious to get these images back on the computer, take a look and see how these turned out. I'm going to be heading to a different location tomorrow and even the next couple days here to see what other opportunities we can find with this incredible piece of equipment. These images, including this reflection, are all shot from the D&L trail. When I got back to my computer, I was able to do some pixel peeping, and I was blown away with how sharp these images are. Let me know what you think after you have a chance to do your own peeking. I have explored many parts of the Delaware Water Gap National Recreation Area. The exception, however, is the New Jersey portion of the park. I thought for today's adventure I would spend some time in an area known as Crater Lake and Blue Mountain Lakes. As it turns out, this is now a favorite location of mine. For this shoot, I traveled to an area called the Giving Pond, located in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I always thought this location had kind of a Jurassic feel to it. There's typically great landscape and macro opportunities here. Again, this focal length works terrific for a site like this one. Today I'm a little closer to home in an area known as the Lehigh Parkway. It has a beautiful small river that runs through the entire parkway. It's also known as one of the best places around Pennsylvania for trout fishing. It also has many types of flora and fauna. It also has many historic structures here. I have to tell you, it's the ideal location for the focal length of this new lens, but I'll let you be the judge of that. This particular adventure, I went to Hickory Run State Park to a trail named Shades of Death. Yes, that's correct name. But don't let the name deter you. It's actually quite safe and extremely beautiful. My second last stop with this lens takes me to a favorite trail in the Poconos called Lower Hornbeck's Creek Trail. It has a natural canopy formed by the native hemlock trees that are there. And at the end of this trail, you're greeted with a beautiful waterfall called Lower Indian Ladders. I wanted to see how the video paired with this lens would perform at a polo match. This turned out to be a really good test. The video clips were all shot handheld close to the 200mm focal length. To say it passed the test would clearly be an understatement. The continuous autofocus just absolutely surpassed any of my expectations with this. So who is this lens for, besides me? Anyone who is an outdoor enthusiast. That would include wildlife, nature, birding, macro, and of course, landscape photography. To summarize some of the key benefits of this lens, it is the world's only fully weather-sealed, all-purpose 100 to 400mm equivalent super telephoto zoom with a constant F2.8 aperture and weighing only 2.37 pounds. It is ultra compact, has up to 7 stops of 5-axis image stabilization, along with an impressive IP53 weather sealing. I can't wait to get my hands back on this beauty. See you soon.